We now are going to move on to our next lightning talk, and I'm really pleased to say that we're joined by Kennedy Odede. He is the founder and CEO of Shining Hope for Communities, really doing amazing stuff. And Kennedy is joining us from Kenya. Hi, Kennedy. Please give a big round of applause to Kennedy.
Oh,
go for it, Kennedy.
I'm on stage. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Adam. And I'm very, very happy to be here with you. Today is a special day. Stronger things, you know. I want to just share with you about the powers of the community and my story a little bit. So I grew up in one of the largest slums in Africa called Kibera slum. Life was very hard. I was the first one of 8. My mother, my father, they were very, very poor, that they couldn't even afford to take us to school. In Kibera slum, there was no running water. There was no toilet. It was a tough, tough life. And then you ask yourself, why am I born here? From that moment, you realize that the world is unfair. It's all about where you're born. So as a young man, I get so much desperate. And I ran away to be a homeless kid or street boy. So I started eating from the garbage. I was stealing from people, not anymore, don't arrest me. And it was because you're feeling that the life has really pushed you on a corner. So I live on the street. It was a very, very tough life. And then you start becoming so much angry that, why am I suffering? Am I also not a human being? Why am I eating on the street? And yet I'm seeing beautiful cars driven by, you know what I mean? Why am I poor? Just because I come from this family? So I became so angry. When you become angry, you start joining drugs, the gang, and you are living a hopeless life. Why? Because you don't care. Why do you have to suffer in this world? If I die, it's okay. So I was really living a useless life. To make the story short, one day I started thinking about my life. Where am I going? And because I never went to school, so I really loved collecting newspapers on the street. And then I also love stories of people who have made it. People like Rosa Parks, the American activist, I really admire so much, Martin Luther King Jr. And these stories really start inspiring me that change starts with you. Kennedy, you cannot do anything unless you change your own life. So what I did, I was also that process. Around 15 years old, I left the street. I went back to Kibera. I was working in a factory, but I was asking myself, what is my call? My call is that I want to do something for my community, just like great leaders like Dr. King, but in my small way. So I got a job in the factory and I bought a soccer ball with 20 cents. And that soccer ball, I'm talking to the British, so it's the same as Kenya. I went to school in America. So there's football, not soccer. I bought a football and I used the football to organize my community. That's how my organization Shining Hope Community started. SHOFCO was founded. I didn't know how to speak good English, although I have a connection to the Britain, you know, the connection with Kenya and Britain. And I didn't know how to write proposal. But that could not stop me because I believe that an idea that as time has come, nothing will stop you. There is no excuse. So a movement was formed telling people, no, don't worry about money. It's all about us. We have our eyes, we have our legs, we have our hands. We don't have to wait for any donor to come from UK or America for us to organize and clean our streets. So SHOFCO was started like that. And it was amazing. We became so much known. Let me jump over quickly. I was lucky to get a scholarship. I went to America for 4 years for college university, but SHOFCO was going on, Shining Hope for Community. So right now, today, our girls' school in the slum was one of the best students in the country. They are celebrating. We have over 12 girls studying in America. We have brought clean water in the community. We have clinics, hospitals in the slum. We work on gender-based violence. We have helping people to start businesses, financial inclusion, and we are serving over 1 million people. What does this mean for me? If you really believe in what you want to do, but real change must come when the local actors, people in the communities, are part of it. And my dream was not to form an organization or an NGO or a charity. I was looking for what is called a movement, because a movement for me is when people say enough is enough. We can come together and have an impact. And I believe the same thing that Stronger Things believe in is that if we are united as a country, as a neighbor, nothing is possible. Nothing can be impossible. But a long, long, long journey starts with a single step. So I'm very humble that through that one football that I bought, it was able to create a hope to the community. And I am a man who suffered from lack of hope, desperation. I felt like I have no purpose. When I got my dignity, and dignity comes when you have hope, that you know tomorrow will be better. That's what I do now. I'm so happy for my work, and I keep on really learning a lot from people and believing that the real power comes from the community. If people who are really united, they love the best government, believe me, they love the best health, if only they bring their voices together. And that's what I believe in. Thank you so much. Stronger Things together.